Okay, enough is enough. Now, we live in serious times. It's been an amazing weekend. I think we can all agree with that. It was incredibly gratifying to see the attendance of Australia out there. Now, listen, of course, naturally, if I was any whiter, Matt, I would be clear. I do not have any racist stories to tell you apart from my haggling experience in Hong Kong, and I'm not quite sure that that meets the mustard. But what I will say, there is two parts to this. I'll tell everybody what to expect. The first one with enough is enough is a little bit of, and you just can't say that without inviting us to stand on our soapbox. And so I'll say one serious thing, and then I'll move on to a rather trite story about parenting. And my serious thing is this: enough is enough with royal commissions, where we have recommendations, and I'm specifically talking about the 1991 Royal Commission into Black Deaths in Custody and the 1997 Stolen Generation one called Bringing Them Home. Enough with these Royal Commissions where we have recommendations and Parliament does not implement them. It really is as simple as that. I am absolutely sick of it, where blood, sweat and tears and hope is spent on royal commissions, and Parliament seems to have this opt-in attitude towards the recommendations as opposed to opt-out. And then they send people on to Q&A who listen to some very heartbreaking stories and basically tut-tut nod and go, we must do better. So that's my soapbook thing. If the things that had been, the recommendations of 91 and 97 had been implemented, Australia would look like a very different place right now. And so that's my soapbox thing, Matt. Now we'll go into enough is enough on the parenting thing. Now we have to go back, okay, way back, okay, through time to about 10 years ago. Now I have three sons. They're all in their 20s now. They've all left home. I fear one is about to come back. God help me. I'll have to get another job for the fridge. But anyway, I have three sons. They're all in their 20s. They're 2 years apart, Irish triplets, I believe you'd call them. And I went on, and I should say, I am not a loosey-goosey mum. Okay, I subscribe to the General Tarkin school of parenting. Remember General Tarkin from the first Star Wars in 1977, played beautifully by Peter Cushing, where he said, fear will bring the local systems in line. Fear of this star system. Now that's me, okay? So we've got fear, we've got guilt because we've got the Catholic Jew thing happening, and we've got food. See, I have straight sons, so give them a girl and a car and a feed and they're happy. It's simple. Okay, and they are. Straight boys are simple. And when I say simple, I mean uncomplicated as opposed to a below average intelligence, although that theory has been sorely tested in the last 30 years. So anyway, General Tarkin decides to go on a make your bed and get your shit off the floor phase. I was sick of it, going into their rooms after they'd gone for work or school. And the youngest and the eldest had sense, and they immediately find beds made, things off the floor. But the middle one, of course, Billy, he was stubborn. Now, he was about 17, 18 because he had his driver's license and a job after school. Now, reason failed. Treats failed, dogs, boys, treats, these things fail. Positive reinforcement utterly failed. So fine. I said to him, the next time I walk in, and you can see my face, can you see it? The tension, it's coming back. The next time I walk into this room and the bed isn't made and we've got crap on the floor, I will throw your bedroom out the window. Fine. So for a few days he's great, but then bang, off he goes. And I go in and, of course, there's crap on the floor. The bed's not made. Now, do not ask me how I got a double bed out of our regular house size window, but rage can give a mother wings, the adrenaline rush. And I threw whatever I could out onto the lawn. Now, it's a one-story house, by the way, so it's not too dramatic. But anyway, I had forgotten that he had a late night shift. So he arrived home when his headlights would have picked out his mattress and his fitted sheet and the bed head somehow on the lawn. He comes in and I thought, I'm going to hold firm to this. Are you going to help me put it back? I said, no. And I had a new idea. I remember I just flick. Nah. So enough is enough. So that's my parenting story there. Namby-pamby parents, take note, because the next day, you could have set your watch by it, man. That kid was singing his bed. He was making sure that 20-cent piece would bounce off that bed. So there you go.
Fantastic.